What is up, everybody? Renfail here. I've just wrapped up a several-hour stream playing New World Aeternum, I believe is what it's called. It's the new console edition of New World that is in open beta this weekend. So you can go out there and test it out, try it out, play it, see if you like it. Having played this game when it first came out, you can go back on my channel on YouTube actually and probably find videos from when this game first came out, because I'm pretty sure I played it and streamed it a little bit. I played around 35-40 hours when the game first came out, had fun with it, but got everything I wanted out of it. I moved on to other things, and then when the controller support was added, I want to say early 2024, I went back, tried that out, made a few videos around it, and then went away, and then found out that they were doing this console edition. I didn't know anything about this until it was announced, or at least I found out about it a few months back. And what this is it's a new version of New World, which is just essentially the same version that's existed since the beginning, but extremely more polished, more refined. It has a completely different main storyline compared to when I played it at launch. They've added a different main bad guy character, and it's extremely streamlined. The Aeternum Open Beta has a completely brand new character creation process. It has archetypes now, which kind of govern your new abilities, although you can still take any ability in the game and level it up. It is still a online game, so it is an MMO, but you should be aware that it's a single-player RPG with an MMO attached to it that you can go choose to participate in if you want to. Otherwise, all these people that are running around me right now, you don't have to do anything with them if you don't want to. But if you do want to, you can. If you have never played this game before, my initial reaction to this is pretty cool, like if you've never played this before. If you have played it before, this is just a more polished version of what you probably played back when the game first launched. Now, I'm all on board for this because it's adding the consoles to the PC version, so we're now going to have cross-play. What just happened? Something just happened on my screen. Base gathering speed. Something just happened with the settlement, I think, which is something I'll talk about here in a minute, because there's the group-based element of this game. Anyway, getting sidetracked. It used to be this was PC only, but now it's got consoles added, so now everyone's going to be able to play together, and it's going to be a much bigger game than it was before. I had fun with this game when it came out on PC. It's still a fun game. This is way more polished than what it was when I played it at launch. My initial take on the open beta weekend so far has been positive. I like the changes I've seen so far. I'm playing it on the PS5 this weekend. The only reason I'm playing it on PS5 as opposed to the Series X is because when I did the controller video earlier this year, I went ahead and played on because I own the PC version, and I used the Xbox controller to play it there, so I already knew what it felt like. But I wanted to see what it played and felt like on the PS5, and so far I'm extremely impressed. You've got various video settings. You can go like performance, quality. I'm on the 4K version. And it looks great. Performance is absolutely great. The game looks absolutely amazing. The cool thing about the archetypes now is, like, I started off as a ranger, and so you have this really cool cosmetic set of armor that you get, which also has stats as you go along. But the basic gameplay is there. The gameplay loop that you might have played had you played the game at launch, or if you've been playing the game up until this point. What's interesting about the PC version of the game is that once, I think it's October 15th is when this all goes live, and the way this is going to work is when it goes live on the 15th, the PC version becomes this version that is launching on consoles on the 15th. So everybody's going to be playing the same version of the game on October 15th, assuming it doesn't get pushed back for further polish. But if you've never played this before, it's a pretty good game. There's a really good single-player storyline here, and without getting into the weeds too much, because I haven't finished the new version of the storyline, but as I'm aware, still the base story is that this is an island which has been here for a very long time. It's kind of like the island from Lost in that it has been through many different time periods, and as you roam around the island, and it's a big place, as you roam around the island, you're going to find lots of different things to explore. There are zones, And then outside of the zones, just think about each one of these areas has its own unique art style and things that you might see. So you might be seeing pyramids, you might be seeing temples, and you might be seeing different types of pyramids. You might be seeing, the Spanish Inquisitor type armor. You might be seeing ancient Egyptian stuff. You'll be seeing lots of different things from lots of different time periods. The game is mostly PvE oriented. There is a PvP element that is 100% optional, but the PvE option of the game is just you're playing the game, you go out, you do harvesting, you do crafting. Then there's this group component because we have a settlement here, right? And so the way this works is the town has crafting items. This says Tier 3 Loom. This says Tier 2 Outfitting Station. Essentially, as the community gets together and levels up the outpost, levels up the town, they can also level up these different crafting stations, which allows you to do more things, more to craft better stuff, etc. And then as you get reputation in the territory, you can increase your crafting speed or choose to get more faction XP, or you can choose to increase your storage space. There's a lot of different things that you can do. It's a big game. The harvesting and crafting in this game is a lot of fun. I've always enjoyed it. The sound design is really, really good. Like I said, I never disliked the game. For me, it was always just, I played it when it came out, I got my 30 to 40 hours out of it, and I moved on and I did other things. I didn't play it like an MMO. I treated it like a single-player RPG. Now there is housing in the game. I think we just ran past some houses as well. I think at level 15, you could buy a house. Yeah, here's an unclaimed hamlet. So, view house. So you could choose to go into it because it's empty, but you can claim these housing items, housing areas. And then there's all this stuff that you can go out here and explore. It's a great, big, wide world out there. And so far, it's been a really cool time. I like everything I've seen so far. It just feels like a much more polished of the game that I played at launch. Now, I have not spent a lot of time in this game over the years like other people have. That this game came out, it's got to be at least 3 years ago now. Like 2, if not 3 years ago. And I know there have been people who have been playing it since that time and have done, have seen various iterations of the game go through. This is the latest iteration. It is it's not a revamp. Ooh, come here, you turkey. I need to skin you for your feathers and stuff. Yeah. Also, we're going to take this thing too. All right. Off in the distance, we can see some stuff that we can go explore. It is a big game. There's a lot going on. I don't know what max level is anymore, but I do know there's a lot to see and do, from the single-player storyline to the crafting and harvesting to the things you could do with other players. The PvP, should you choose to get involved in that, which is basically, at least what it was at launch. I can't speak much to the PvP as to where that is today, but as at launch, it was basically opting in to go like attack other people's towns and settlements and stuff and do these like optional PvP things that were off in other places that didn't impact the PvE side of the game. So the game itself is just one big open world PvE sandbox title. Yeah, it's free to play over the weekend. I would say if you've never played New World, you should definitely jump in and give it a shot because it's free. Whether you are on the Xbox or the PlayStation, check it out. See if you like what you see. As I understand it, the general launch of this version of the game is happening on October 15th, and that's when the PC version is going to switch over to this new version, and everybody's going to be able to play together. Good fun on my end. I will be streaming it over the weekend, so hopefully you tune in to those. Daily streams happen between here and on Twitch, and I play a lot of games, so check out the schedule to understand what we're playing, what we're doing. Hopefully we'll see you in the next stream or video. Don't forget the Discord, the socials, the Patreon. We'll see everybody in the next one. Stay safe. Happy gaming.